shaving with peg leg. Barbershop's open. Come on in, have a seat. When we're done giving the fat guy in the camera a head shave, you'll be up next. So let's get with this. All right, today, Barrister and Mann Petrichor, Chan or Chor, I'm not sure which. It's hard to tell with that last letter. Is it Petrichor, I think. Either way, it smells like damp earth, like you had a mound of freshly turned up dirt and it got rained on. That's what this smells like. It's kind of growing on me, as you notice by the green dot. I like darker scents, and that's definitely dark. 64 J1, my birth quarter razor, Gillette Slim Twist Adjustable. I already have it on setting 3. I decided instead of just doing all 9s, I'm going to do a 369 with the Gillette 7 o'clock I used yesterday on my face, because that is a super smooth blade. I rate the Gillette Nasset a little sharper. I rate this a lot smoother. Does that make sense? I think it's a smoother blade than the Nasset. And even though I got a ton of sweat on my head, we're going to go ahead and wet the dome in a Neutrogena shave cream for a pre-shave. I've got my ceramic chicken soup bowl soaking in the hot water, keeping it warm. I've got the lather mixed up, keeping it warm. And again, we're back to the 28mm knot. Yeah, I know. This is doing the same thing the 30 did. It's starting to soak up lather. As you can see, sorry, I'll just and you see the lather come back out. I can give it a good squeeze and get more out of it. These brushes, man, I'll tell you what, this one didn't do that before. Now it's starting to do it. So I hope everybody had a good weekend. I hope everybody enjoying their Halloween, getting their candy on. My park, they don't allow Halloween. They don't allow fireworks for the 4th of July. They don't allow trick-or-treating. They don't allow your family to park on the street for Christmas. And on the last one, I told them they could take a flying pound at a rolling donut. Let's put it that way. Yeah. So if I want family to come over and they had to park in the street, guess what? As long as they're not there overnight, you can kiss my ass. For what I pay for rent here, you can kiss my ass. Okay. Let's see what we can do. I don't think I haven't used this razor on my head yet, so we're going to give it a shot. And Saturday in the mail, I got something kind of, don't know what I really want to do with, but I got a renewal for my driver's license. My driver's license is up in January on my birthday. but I can't drive. I mean, I know how to drive. It's just that with one of these, don't happen here with my shoe. Okay. With one of these in a foot that doesn't, and you have no way to make it, kind of hard to drive. But I am going to renew my license. 48 flipping dollars. I wasn't planning on. So, and then sometime next year, I have to get, I was told that Medicare would pay, and I keep seeing it online, that Medicare will pay for hand controls for a car as long as your doctor puts down that it's medically necessary for you to have them because you can't get around otherwise. Well, my doctor's office called Medicare, and Medicare said, no, we don't do that. So, somebody's lying. Either Medicare's lying or the people online are lying. But that's okay. They're not that expensive. The hand controls are like 140 bucks. You can buy them, depends on who you buy them from, range up to 260 bucks. But the difference between the $260 ones and the $140 ones is $120. That's it. That's the only difference from what I've seen. And I looked at the video on how to install them. It's just a clamp on the end of a pole that goes over your brake pedal, and over one that goes over your brake and one that goes over the accelerator. And after they're installed, they've got adjustment linkage on them. You know the linkage where the one pole is solid but it has a pin on a spring, and it goes inside the other pole that's got a bunch of holes in it, and when the pin gets to a hole it pops out. It's got those kind of adjustments on it, so you fit different cars, different size cars and everything. And it has a strap that goes around both rods and attaches them to the bottom, to your steering column, so they don't just flop down in your lap. So they're kind of just suspended, they're hanging. You push on the brake, or wait, you pull on the one for the brake to slow down, and you push on the other one on the accelerator. And we are going to open the doors. And step up to level 6. See the dot between the 5 and the 7? In my math, that's 6. This new Common Core math, who the hell knows what it is? But anyways, and I went on a couple sites to see how much, you know, and they get, on Google, they give estimates, you know, to install hand controls anywhere from $1,500 to $5,000 on a car. Like, what are they installing? Solid gold rods? Because they're just pieces of aluminum with a clamp on the end of it and a piece of nylon strap with a clip on it to hold it under the steering column. It's nothing special. And then also it said that they have to be installed by a certified handicap equipment installer or some shit like that. It's like, it's a clamp. You slide it over the pedal, turn down the screws, the nuts, whatever, on either end of the clamp, each side, and clamp it to the pedal on 2 pedals. Adjust your linkage so it's the right length for your hands. Wrap the strap around your steering column, clip it in place. Why do you need to be certified for that? But anyways, my sons can do it for me. But once they're installed, oop, I just dragged myself right there. You will see the blood in a moment. Once they're installed on the car, nobody else can drive that car. And I do have somebody else in the house that's driving. But she's getting to the age where she's not wanting to drive much anymore. So, if I install them, I'm doing all the driving. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and get the hand controls. So I've got them handy. So whenever she decides that she doesn't want to drive anymore, see, there's the blood. When she decides she doesn't want to drive anymore, I can put them in. And I can go back to driving. Because let me tell you what, not being able to drive when you used to drive all the time sucks. Because even when I lost one leg, I still had my right leg, which is the one I needed to drive with. You know, I needed accelerator and brake with one foot. I was good. Ooh. Boy, I got myself good on that one. Wow. Okay. I hadn't used this yet. I'm going to now. Ooh, that's a stinger. By God, it's a stinger. Ooh. Wow. Oh, caught myself good, didn't I? Anyways, I took those 2 towels from yesterday. They were orange, and I bleached them in my tub here in the sink, and I hand washed them, and I set them out to dry. Now they're all dry, and I'm reusing them again, but now I got blood all over one of them. So okay. Guess which one's getting bleached again? Wow. I dug into myself pretty good on that one. So anyways, that's what I'm looking at with that. At least they don't want me to come and take another test like I had to last time. I had to go in and take a damn written and test an eye exam. Because right now, if I went to take an eye exam, glasses required while driving. Which I can see fine. I can see big objects out in front of me. I don't need glasses to see that. And besides that, if you don't like the way I'm driving, stay the hell off the sidewalk. Yeah, simple. Real simple. Open the doors. I don't know if I should step it up to 9 with what I just did on 6, huh? Going to do it this way. Did you all see that, or is my camera not good enough to pick up that shower of soap I did when I was patting my head? It went all over the frickin' place. The soap is slick, so I'm not really too much worried about it too much because it is slick. I got plenty of slickness on my head. I just don't have plenty of lather. Okay, front to back. Let's see how much more skin we can remove. How much more blood can we draw? I have got to stop reading the news. Because my blood pressure is going to go, I'm going to go off like a Saturn rocket one day. My head's just going to go, boom! I have got to stop reading the news. Did you all see the story from Loudon, Virginia? 6-year-old kid came home from school and asked her mom if she was born evil because she was white, because that's what she was being taught at school. She was born evil because she's white. Let me say this. I was born in '64. So, in my youth, the 70s, and my early teens, and mid to late teens, were in the 70s, and my last few years in the teens were like to 83. Then, my 20s up until the 90s, and then my 30s to my mid 30s in the 90s. And all during that time, we treated each other, people, generally, well, it didn't matter what color, the way we wanted to be treated, for the most part. Yes, there was racist people around. There's always been racist people around. There always will be, because you cannot govern what's in somebody's heart. But we treated everybody the same. And it's only been the last 15 years or so that everything has gone opposite of the way everything was. Everything that was done as far as segregation and everything, Jim Crow laws, all that, that was all wrong. We admit that was wrong. We've been trying to get past that for decades, and we've been making great success at it. But now everybody wants to bring all this segregation shit back. That's all they want to do is bring back segregation. That's all they're doing. It's like, I thought we were past this. When I was growing up, we treated people like we wanted to be treated. We didn't have any of that other crap going on. It's like, I treated you with respect, you treated me with respect, and we were fine. We didn't care what each other's color was. We cared if you were an asshole or not. That's all we cared about. They're trying to bring all this shit back. And this forced vaccination mandate bullshit has got me over the edge. It really does. Look, it's okay for a woman to say, my body, my choice, to commit murder and have a baby sucked out of her womb. And it is murder because it has a heartbeat. It's alive. It's a life. Science has proven that. I don't give a shit what they're trying to tell you now. It's a life. She can say, my choice, my body, my choice. I can commit murder. But if you want to refuse the vaccine, you're criminal status now. You cannot say, my body, my choice. What I want to put into my body, if I want to put your poison in my body, it's my choice or not. You can't say that. You're not allowed. And as I said, poison, because we do not know what this thing's going to, long-term effects are going to be. It was not tested enough. It was rushed. There's people going blind taking this shit. And that's proven fact. That's been in the news. Massachusetts Medical Journal has a story on it. Okay. I gotta do touch-ups in the back and on the sides. But yeah, It's flipping crazy. As you can tell, I'm an anti-vaxxer. But if you want to take it, that's up to you. Your choice. But don't tell me I'm harming society by not taking it. How am I harming society? I don't have COVID. How am I harming society? And if I did have it, I would socially segregate myself. I would put my ass in my house and not leave and not come in contact with anybody. Or I'd be in the hospital on a ventilator, whatever. But, and they're already proving that if you take the vaccine, you have, and you get COVID, you have a 96% chance of survival. If you get COVID without taking the vaccine, you have a 97% to 99.75% chance of survival. I'm not a gambler, but I think the odds of surviving are still better by not taking the vaccine. But like I said, I'm not a gambler, so don't quote me on that. I'm just my biggest thing with it is not that it's out there, not that people are taking it. That's not my issue. My issue is when the government is trying to tell people they have to take it, or you can't go shopping, you can't go to the movies, you can't go to a ball game, you can't do this, you can't do that, unless you're vaccinated. And I saw an article written the other day. The guy was saying this pandemic's pretty much over. We made it through the worst part of it. It's pretty much over. Why do we still have all these lockdowns? Because never trust the government with power? Because government will never take a crisis and waste it. They've got a chance to control your life like they've never had a chance to control your life before, and most people are going to go along with it. And most people are going to bow down and obey because they're scared, because the media's got everybody freaking petrified. Just rantings of an old man, I guess. I'm not into all this shit at all. That's pretty good. We're going to do it again on Wednesday. Let's see what we can get through here. I don't hear toast. I'm not scraping any toast. But I'm feeling it. Yeah, I'm not hearing anything. Well, so much for the smooth blade, right? No, that was my fault. Yeah. I dug myself. But regardless, it wasn't the blade's fault. It was mine. Anyways, guys, I've been that's why I don't watch TV anymore. I can't watch TV. There's too much shit makes me blow up. Oh, I know it's gonna burn like hell. Alum block. Not too bad over here. Like a 1. Oh, doggies. Ooh, wow. Ooh. Somebody just kicked in the afterburner. Holy crap. Oh. Yowza. I'm beginning to like this. It reminds me of being back on the farm. Because I grew up on a farm. And the first time I smelled it, it was like, I really don't want to be reminded of that smell. But the more I think about it, the more I like it. Plain old Witch Hazel. Alright, that never does anything. That's always good. And a little bit of choo-choo. Wild Country, Avon Wild Country, and the Cannonball Express decanter. I like these good decanters. They're cool. Oh yeah. Yep. You know what that has? Definitely has. Definitely has alcohol. You know what you don't want in this? Alcohol. Alright, my Johnson & Johnson baby lotion to keep my noggin soft and less bloody. Hopefully. Alright, all. We're done with this bad guy. Thanks for listening to my rant. I feel better. I appreciate it. Because you know how it is, and that stuff get bottled up inside of you, just, and it's good to rant. It's good to get it off your chest. Alright. Take care, all. Have fun. Done with the fat guy in the camera. You're in the chair next. Happy shaves out there.